Today I am talking about carbon neutrality. Carbon neutrality, also known as net zero carbon emissions, is the state where the amount of carbon dioxide released into the atmosphere is balanced and equivalent amount removed or offset. Achieving carbon neutrality involves a combination of reducing emissions at the source and compensating for unavoidable emissions through offsetting methods such as reforestation, carbon capture technologies, or investing in verified carbon credits. Reducing emissions can be accomplished through energy efficiency, switching to renewable energy sources like biogas, solar or wind, improving transportation systems, adopting sustainable agriculture, and minimizing industrial pollution. Offsetting, meanwhile, ensures that any remaining emissions do not contribute to the accumulation of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. Carbon neutrality is a critical goal in the fight against climate change. In Paris Agreement and international climate policies urge nations and industries to reach net zero emissions by mid-century to limit global temperature rise. Many organizations, cities, and countries have committed to becoming carbon neutral as part of their sustainability strategies. Being carbon neutral not only helps to protect the environment but also enhances energy security, encourages green innovation, and builds resilience to climate-related risks. It represents a key step toward a more sustainable, low-carbon future for all sectors of the society. Now we can think about the role of biogas plants in achieving carbon neutrality. Biogas plants significantly contribute to achieving carbon neutrality by transforming organic waste into renewable energy and reducing greenhouse gas emissions. Organic waste such as food scraps, agriculture residues, and animal manure, when left to decompose in landfills or open space, releases methane, a potent greenhouse gas. Biogas plants use anaerobic digestion to capture this methane and convert it into biogas, which can be used as a clean fuel for cooking, electricity generation, or heating, replacing fossil fuels and lowering carbon dioxide emissions. In addition to producing energy, biogas plants generate a nutrient-rich byproduct called digestate. This digestate can be used as a natural fertilizer, reducing the need for synthetic fertilizers, which are energy intensive to produce and contribute to emissions. Thus, biogas technology promotes a circular approach to resource use, where waste becomes a valuable input rather than a pollutant. By diverting organic waste from landfills and replacing fossil fuels with biogas, these systems play a dual role, reducing existing emissions and avoiding new ones. They are particularly valuable for decentralized energy systems in rural and urban areas alike. Overall, biogas plants are a practical and scalable solution that supports carbon neutrality, sustainable agriculture, and cleaner energy systems, making them a vital for climate action. Do you know the difference between net zero and carbon neutrality? Net zero and carbon neutral are both climate goals, but they differ in scope and ambition. Net zero requires reducing greenhouse gas emissions as much as possible, with any remaining emissions balanced by removals through carbon capture technologies or natural solutions like reforestation. It demands fundamental changes in industries, energy systems, and policies to achieve a sustainable balance. Carbon neutrality, on the other hand, allows entities to offset their emissions without necessarily reducing them directly. Organizations or countries can purchase carbon credits or invest in renewable energy projects to compensate for their emissions. While this approach helps mitigate climate impact, it does not guarantee significant reductions in actual emissions. Net zero is a more ambitious and comprehensive target because it focuses on cutting emissions at the source and removing residual emissions from the atmosphere. Carbon neutrality is often used as intermediate step, providing a pathway for businesses to gradually transition toward more sustainable practices. While both components contribute to climate action, net zero is essential for long-term climate stability, aligning with global efforts to limit temperature rise to 1.5 degrees centigrade. Achieving true net zero requires systematic shifts in energy, transport, and industrial sectors, making it a challenging yet necessary goal. Thank you.